Hey guys, what is up? And I'm here with another edition of the Pipebomb, usually hosted by my brother Stefan, but today it's hosted by me for, as you can tell by the topic, and I'll get to that in the video. So I'll explain everything. I hope you guys like it. And okay, guys, as you can see by one of the two people in the ring and by the title, I'm here to talk about Terry Bollea, or as you know him as Hulk Hogan, and the disgusting, vile, just horrible things he said in the reference towards African Americans and just generally what his impact was. I never thought I'd really have to talk about what I am race-wise, and I don't have to, but I feel because of what I am race-wise, I should, and how this impacted me. I am half black, half white, and the reason I wanted to make this is because my whole life I have been a wrestling fan, and I have been a huge fan of Hulk Hogan, being that when I first got the chance, I bought a Hulk Hogan t-shirt because I loved the dude. He was the man who was always like, eat your vitamins, say your prayers. He always had the hand motions. He made everybody idolize him. You wanted the huge pythons on his arms. You wanted to be Hogan. You wanted to have the fans cheering your name. You wanted the awesome music crank out. You wanted to be part of the Mega Powers. It was just, he embodied wrestling. He was wrestling. He was WWE. He was in TNA. And by some dumb statements, he got removed from that all. Not saying removed from history. Not saying he got everything taken away. He got removed from TNA's website. He got removed from their alumni. I don't know if he was on their Hall of Fame. I'm not too big of a TNA fan. He got removed from WWE's Hall of Fame, and he got removed from their merchandise, and he got removed from everything. He made some reference towards black people and how he felt, and he acknowledged himself as a racist. You can see this. I'm not going to retort his words because I think it's just disgusting, and I don't want to give his words any more acknowledgement out in the airspace than they needed, which was just that time. He himself has referred to himself as a racist. He said, aren't we all a little bit racist? And he talked about his daughter and how he would rather have her associated with a person of black descent. If you're going to raise your daughter or raise your family in that way, what gives you the right, or what kind of man raises their child with that ideal? And if you are not acclimated with that idea of what he said on the Choir, go look it up. Or if you want to hear another instant, go check out his radio interview where he talks about how he just threw it out, how he says the word, he just threw out the word because he thought he could. Either one you listen to, that's just not right. You don't see just a whole crowd full of white people. You don't see a whole crowd full of just one certain race. It's not like it's held at his own house where you can have the liberty of going through the tickets buyers and being like, you're invited, you're invited. No. He inspired everybody. Everybody wanted to be a Hulkamaniac. Everybody bought into it. Everyone got his t-shirts. Either you know of the superstar Edge, or you know of Hogan's many tag team partners, or if you know of HBK. All of these people talk how great he was, or all these people tagged with him had great experience because he embodied wrestling and who he was. Everyone bought in. It wasn't like a bunch of certain race kids did or anything. No matter if you were just some regular Joe off the street or somebody, if you can hook on to what he was preaching, what he was saying, you yourself, you bought in and you liked it. He preached, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and if you listen to what he's saying, I think, now thinking of what he's been saying, it's a crock of crap. All of it. 100% of what he was saying, being that he can go back on it. He didn't give a shit about his Hulkamaniacs when he was talking about them in this way. And you can't act like, oh, the Hulkamaniacs he was thinking of the whole time was just white. You can't. Because if his Hulkamaniacs were just white, then he would only taken the money from the white people. He gladly took that money and made it into the empire of Hulk Hogan's empire. He turned that into whatever he could. Whatever platform. He preaches about how, say your prayers. I'm not going to get too religious on this. I'm not going to go into a whole debacle about the Bible, but yes, they do have points where they discuss slavery and they talk about stuff, but in the end they discuss how they were liberated and how they were freed. And if you're not going to preach the full thing, or if you're not going to believe in what you are preaching, all you are preaching is dust and bullshit. Nothing what you are saying has any credibility, and nothing you ever say will if you're not believing it. He's messed up time and time again. People don't believe. People held on to him, and he just keeps doing it, whether it be from the steroid scandal, which, again, he came back from that, whether it be from the sex tape, he came back to that, and I know you're saying, ew, gross, but I know it happened. Yes, it happened. Or this I don't think he can come back from, because this is something that will last long term, which his last two mistakes have. He is going back to him having a sex tape. That's going to be out forever. I think he got it taken off, so that might not. But him just saying what he said, that's going to last forever. And he's already had some kids' lifetimes believe that, oh, this is the man, this is who I want to be, built their careers on being the man, being the next Hogan, embodying Hogan, wanting to wrestle Hogan, wanting to be like Hogan. But his future, he impacted so many kids. They're going to grow up, they're going to love wrestling, they're going to see classic stuff. Hell, I go back and watch the Hogan HBK match just because I love both of those people. I think HBK is the best of all time, and I watch it because of the fact that he is who he is, and you're never going to see that in the ring, two of the best of all time. And I watch it just because I am. You're going to have people like that go on the WWE Network. Oh, by the way, which you can get for the low, low price of $9.99. No, but you're going to see that, and you're going to see kids who go on and you're just going to watch Hogan and be, oh, I want to be like Hogan. I want to be like Hogan. He's so awesome. And then they're going to find this interview, and it's going to hurt them. He didn't just do something that's going to hurt a couple kids just right now. He didn't do something that's, oh, a stupid mistake I can get rid of. He did something. So horrible. He hurt people in the future. He hurt people who aren't even born yet. Just by saying what he said. When they find it out, they're going to find out the man that they idolize hates them. They're going to find out the man that told them to eat your prayers and say your vitamins probably hoped that if you were of a certain race, those prayers you were saying were hopefully to change yourself, and those vitamins you were eating weren't too good for you. And that's just the matter of fact that he said what he said. There's nothing that he can say, and there's nothing that he can ever do. I know he tweeted back saying that's not who I am. If that's not who you am, then why the fuck say it? I don't go around telling people that I'm Stefan Carlin when I'm not. I know for a fact I'm not. But if I were to start telling people that's who I am, that might become who I am. The guy who tells people I'm Stefan Carlin. If you're gonna go around preaching that you're a racist, you come out looking like a racist. Because that's what you do. You are a product of what you're raised upon, and maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe you were raised by parents who were racist, or maybe you just took something too far. Either way, something inside of you did something horrible, and you are breaking the cycle. I'm not mad that you flat out ruined my interpretation of yourself. I'm not mad that you came out and did all this. I'm not mad that the fact that, hey, yes, maybe I am and maybe I am this black. But what I'm most pissed about is at the fact that it ruined something else for a bunch of people. Like, it's not even said with a remorse. He said, that's not who I am, tweeted out with his Hulk Hogan thing. Hell, he fucking even finished it with HH, Hulk Hogan. You couldn't even say from your heart that Terry Bollea doesn't feel that way. You didn't say sorry. You just tweeted out and saying, hey, that's not who I am, or said, hey, that's not who I am. Fuck that not being who you are. It gets so aggravating that you flat out spend years and years and years and months talking about how, hey, I want to be Hogan. Hey, mom, dad, can I get this t-shirt? Please, can I get this t-shirt? Because he's Hulk Hogan. He's the man. I see him on TNA. I want to be like Hulk Hogan. He has the leg drop. This man formed NWO, this baddest group around. They were the baddest motherfuckers in town. They've ruined a company. But that's besides the point. being that build up and did that, you have, and then this shit. I'm never ever going to get the time to be like, oh yeah, I wasted my money on something that turned into a racist rant. All this dream of everything of these kids wanting to be Hogan turned into dust. You ruined someone's image of you, and that's never going to go away, and it's going to keep happening for years and years to come. All I have left to say is, people watching this, please, when you're going to say something or feel something, think about what that impact has around you or what those people are doing for you. Don't say something unless you think about it. Think before you speak. That's honestly all I have left to say. I've been your host, JJ. And this has been the Pipe Bomb. This is probably the last one I'm going to do. If you want to check out Stefan's other content, go to his personal channel, Stefan Carlin, Kenny's personal channel, GamerBoy428, Kenny's streaming channel, FIFA Techers, Kenny's Twitter, GamerBoy428, Stefan's Twitter, Mr. Stefan Carlin, my personal channel, King Chaos, and my Twitch channel, NWC1AM. And I tell you guys, think before you speak. Think about what those people are doing for you. Because if you don't, you'll end up like Hogan and turning your whole legacy into dust. Thank you guys. Stay real.